Hello, my name is Lucy and I'm one of the volunteer managers at the Felix project. Today we're going to be going over everything about Felix. So we will be covering why we exist, who we are as a charity, our operations, so how we help, and how you can get involved as a volunteer. First off, we'll start off with why we exist. Now, the first issue that we are trying to tackle is food hunger. The UK's rate of food poverty is amongst the worst in Europe. Pre-pandemic, 1.5 million adults and 400,000 children face hunger in London. Since, food insecurity has more than doubled. We are also tackling food waste. Worldwide, a third of food is wasted, and 8 to 10% of greenhouse gas emissions are attributed to the wastage of food. In the UK alone, we are wasting almost 10 million tonnes of food every year. And this is what food waste looks like at the Felix project. It's not waste at all. We say food that looks like this. It's nutritious and delicious. Felix delivers a variety of good quality food to the good causes who need it. So a little bit about our story. This is Felix, and the Felix project was founded in 2016 in memory of Justin and Jane Byamshaw's son. I'm going to read a quote from Justin Byamshaw, the founder of the Felix project. "This is my son Felix, who died suddenly from meningitis in 2014. Felix was full of compassion for those without his advantages. In early 2015, I was searching for a way to commemorate him. What stuck in my mind was a boys' football tournament he'd played in. Felix told me he'd been upset to learn that many of the 10-year-old boys on the opposing team hadn't had anything to eat that day. And so, from the memory of Felix, the Felix Project was born. The Felix Project believes in a vision of London where no one goes hungry and good food is never wasted." So how do we help? This is the structure of the Felix Project. We have 4 depots, one in South London, one in East London, North London and West London. We also have a kitchen in East London. We have cycling and walking routes in Central London, where we have an operation that runs without a depot. We have 41 vans that help us collect surplus food and deliver it. We work with almost 1,000 suppliers and deliver food to over almost 1,000 charity schools and holiday programmes. We also have an incredible group of volunteers, and in just a month we'll see up to 900 people come and support the Felix Project as a volunteer. These are our top 15 suppliers, but we work with many, many more. You'll probably recognise some of the names there. We also work with a range of community partners. So you'll definitely recognise some of these charities, and they do a range of things with the food that we provide them. From food parcels to social supermarkets to cooking up community meals. It's incredible to see the support that they also provide on the side of the food that we deliver to them or that they collect from us. We're really keen about working with community partners that provide wraparound support to not only tackle food hunger, but to also support people out of a situation of poverty. Our partnership with FareShare UK. So in November 2021, the Felix Project and FareShare UK, 2 of the UK's biggest food redistribution charities, combined forces to get more good food to the good causes who need it. FareShare has partners across the UK, Felix being the exclusive arm of food redistribution for FareShare in London. Our impact. So we've grown incredibly over the last few years, from 2019, where we delivered around 6 million meals worth of food, to doing 21 million meals worth of food in 2020, to an incredible 30 million meals worth of food in 2021, and we just keep growing. So how can you get involved as a volunteer? At the Felix Project, we have a range of roles at our depots. So you can be a warehouse assistant, and that involves picking orders for our charities or helping us sort through the food that comes to us to make sure that it's good quality and ready to go out. You can be a volunteer driver. You'll need to be over 21 or 21, have been driving for a year or more, and have no more than 6 points on your license. If you don't have a license, but you're still keen to go out on the road, you can be a co-driver and assist with the drivers. Both roles are great for seeing the impact that our work has out in the community. You can be an office support volunteer. So this is a kind of customer service role and is really great if you want to develop your administration skills. Or you can be a volunteer allocator. This is a volunteer who uses our food management system to create orders for our charities and is also office-based. It should be said that the warehouse assistant, volunteer driver and co-driver roles all are quite physical. However, we do always try and work with people to make reasonable adjustments where possible to make our roles as accessible as possible. In the kitchen in Poplar, you can be a food prepper or a food packer. And if you are going to volunteer in the kitchen, you will need to have a food safety level 1, and that is something that we provide to you. So don't worry, it's an online food training. Farm rescue. So we send out groups of volunteers and staff to farms to help us rescue fruit and veg. Join our team for a day out of London. We'll provide you with food and drink, and we'll also reimburse your travel expenses in line with our policy. Question: why to volunteer with the Felix Project? Well, it's a brilliant way to meet like-minded people, and it's really social. You can gain lots of new skills. So we've gone over some of the roles available to you, and we're always keen to train you in whatever kind of way you want to be trained within our operations. It's an incredible way to give back to your community and obviously fight food waste and hunger. We really do have an incredible impact thanks to our amazing volunteers. In terms of what we expect, we don't have a minimum commitment, so you can come in once, twice, 3 times a week, or you can come in just a couple of times a month. We're really grateful for any support that you can provide. You can expect to be reimbursed for travel expenses for £10 a day for public transport, or 45p per mile for driving and £4 for parking. If you do want to claim for public transport, you will need to provide a receipt. We also provide food for lunch and snacks, and we have volunteer representatives across our operations who are a great group to speak to if you have any questions or suggestions. We meet with them monthly. So yeah, please do feedback to us. We always want to improve and know what our volunteers think. We also have lots of training opportunities, and we'll soon be bringing in a learning management system, which will be an online platform where you can access a range of different training. In terms of operating times, all of our sites are open Monday to Saturday with reduced hours on Saturday. Park Royal is open on Sundays for volunteer drivers and co-drivers. Now, most of our shifts range from 2 to 4 hours, but volunteer drivers and co-drivers may have slightly longer shifts depending on routes and traffic. Culture and values are really important at the Felix Project. In terms of equity, diversity and inclusion, the Felix Project recognises the positive value of diversity and is committed to creating a diverse and inclusive volunteer base. We are working to better understand barriers to volunteering and remove them. Given volunteering is well known to be mutually beneficial, we want to make sure our volunteer programme is accessible to everyone, regardless of their race, gender, biological sex, disability, religion or belief, or sexual orientation or age. We are only at the beginning of this journey and believe in complete transparency regarding our work. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email volunteer@thefelixproject.org. Safeguarding and discrimination. Felix works to ensure we create a welcoming and safe culture for our whole team and those we work with. If you witness or hear anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, you believe is a safeguarding issue, is offensive or discriminatory, please let a member of staff know so that we can address the matter quickly. You can also directly contact the Director of People and Culture, Bernadette. Bernadette's email is available here, but also at all of our sites. Confidentiality is incredibly important. It is all of our responsibility to keep all personal details, including emails, phone numbers, and physical addresses, completely confidential. So, your next steps. You've now watched the online info session. Next will be, if you haven't done it already, to fill out a quick application form. This will give you access to our volunteer portal where you can book your shifts, check your schedule, and contact our volunteer team. Once done, you'll receive some mandatory training. This is online and it only takes a few minutes. If you want to volunteer in the kitchen, you must do your food safety level 1. This will be sent to you separately. Once we've checked your application form, you've done your training, you will then be able to book your first shift. Thank you so much for watching this short video. I really hope to see you at one of our depots soon.